Gosh, I overslept. I didn't wake up till 8:30. I ran in, took a quick shower and a shave. I haven't slept this late in years and years and years. And now I have to throw some wood in the wood furnace, and I'm being surrounded by animules. Yeah, I gotta get some wood in here, otherwise the house is gonna get cold. Oh, there is wood in there. It didn't burn much last night. And you can see the ash piled up. There seriously is nearly a whole Bobcat bucket full of ash in there, and I just changed it last week. Anyway, I'll throw a couple more pieces in there. That'll make sure that it lasts till tonight. I'm not gonna put much in there because it's supposed to warm up today, and I'll just put these small pieces in. Really, I don't even need to do any more than that. Oh look, the daffodils are blooming. Spring is here. Oh, I gotta get to the shop. My viewers are gonna think that, you know, I'm always late getting to the shop since it's almost 9 o'clock now. Oh wait, they don't know what time it is in my videos. I shouldn't have said that. Hello my friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works workshop. And as you already heard, I'm late this morning. Yeah, this is the latest I've gotten in the shop in years, and no kidding on that. Never, ever, ever oversleep, and I did this morning. I slept till 8:30. That's like unheard of for me. Unheard of. But the first thing I want to do, now that we're doing daily blogs, or vlogs, is to thank someone. Mike Saba, S-O-B-B-A. Doesn't say on here where he's from. It came from Amazon, and he sent me, well, if I can get it out of here, I'll show you. He sent me this. Wow, these are, you know, a chunk of change. Thank you, Mike. Golly, I really, really appreciate it. I love my new cordless angle grinder by DeWalt. It's a big heavy-duty angle grinder. And these big cordless batteries, this is a 6 amp hour battery. They last a long time. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate this. Wow. Talk about generosity. Thank you, Mike. Well, yesterday's video was entirely too long. And some of you are going, yeah, we know. Because some of you like a 2-minute video because that's all you can absorb. Well, most of you don't. Most of you like the longer format by far, because I get those comments all the time that they love the long format and me explaining what I'm doing because they're trying to learn how to do it themselves, you know, and that's what my channel's about. If you're looking for the mind-numbing TikTok 10 seconds worth of information, you're in the wrong place. Yeah, when I see those little shorts on YouTube now, those 10-second things, they drive me nuts. I don't even want to watch those. I never click on them. They drive me crazy. Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, so things have to change here. I can't make them that long because, and I'm not exaggerating, yesterday I worked from 8 in the morning, or a little after 8, about 10 minutes after 8, till 10:30 in the morning doing that work on that mandolin. I, took a break, helped Emery with a couple things, did a couple other things, went up to the house, answered a few emails and things, got back down here at noon and started working to edit that video. It took me till almost 4 o'clock to edit that video. And I'm not kidding, that's all I did. From noon till 4 o'clock, that's all I did. And then I had to upload it. While it was uploading, I went out and put new bushings on the front of my old Ranger to try to keep that thing in usable shape, tightening it up. Pain in the neck to do that, let me tell you. Putting bushings on that thing is wow, that was hard. Anyway, then ate dinner, and then it was time for me, the upload had finished. Well, then I have to watch the video and make sure that it's working. Because unlike you, you guys can get gravity to work, I can't get anything to work unless I have my hands right on it. In other words, if I just say, yeah, let the video go, because I know what's in the video, obviously I produced it. But if I just turn them loose live on there, they are always flawed. In other words, it cuts off the end, you can't hear the sound, there's always a problem. And I mean like 99% of the time, if I just absentmindedly turn a video loose without watching it, it will have a flaw. You can believe what you want. I guarantee you it happens every time I don't watch a video. So I have to watch them all or they will be flawed. And then I have to do twice as much work. Yeah, you can believe what you want. You can think I'm just paranoid. I'm telling you, my family knows that's my curse. It's that way with everything. Same way with a computer program. You can install a computer program and walk away. I cannot. It will crash almost the moment I walk away. Believe what you want. I'm telling you, it's a fact. Everybody in my family knows I have some sort of electronic, voodoo going on. It's just crazy. Anyway, enough about all that kind of crud. This is what you get in a daily vlog. Yeah, I got a lot of comments about the Mandolin, and most of, like all of them really were good. So let me just share a couple of points I wanted to clarify. Okay, regarding this has been sitting up for about 20 hours now, so I should be able to scrape that down smooth. We're gonna do that yet in this video, and you'll see that here in a moment. The rest of it we're probably not gonna get to on video, at least today. One of the consistent comments that I got was to dowel pin this, and that way it'll align. Well, it's exactly the opposite. Dowel pins work great on flat, square things where you can use alignment pins and like put them on a flat table, slide them together, that works pretty good that way. But believe it or not, there's more dimensions than 3 on this. You think, yeah, it's 3-dimensional, everything's 3-dimensional. No, I guarantee you it's way more dimensions than that. You've got this, you've got up and down dimension first, so you got to slide it together. It's got to be level, top and bottom. You've got dimension this way. It's got to be, straight, connected, whatever you want to call it, lengthwise also. You also have the tilt factor. So, I mean, you could say that's the same as this. It's not. You can get this perfect and still can be tilted. So you got a tilt factor. And then you've got this factor of turning it this direction also. I'm telling you, it's way more complicated than you think. And I have, trust me, used dowel pins, and I have those locators that you put in a hole and with the point on them, and you put, those are just estimators. And I mean estimators. When you get down to something this detailed, you can't use estimators. And if you've used them, you know what I mean, because they keep the two parts about that far apart when you're driving the pin into the other one. And if anything's far apart like that, you're only estimating where they're going to line up. Yeah, they're just estimators. You can't use them on something like this. This actually turned out pretty dang good. Yet, if we clean that up a little bit, and of course I will have to clean it up because there's some glue residue on there that you can see. But as soon as that residue's gone, you're not going to hardly be able to tell I glued that. Now, I am toying with the idea, and I have been since the moment I saw this problem, of after you get it aligned like this and glued, I'm toying with the idea of drilling a very small hole through here and putting a small dowel in there. Keep in mind, this is just a very small area. That looks big, but you can see how tiny it is compared to my finger. It's tiny. You can't put a large dowel in there. If you did, you're going to break it loose for sure. But see, there's a scar here already. I was tempted to drill kind of through that scar at an angle down back, through about this far. So, and put a dowel pin in there and then smooth this off and clean it up. I don't know. I kind of don't think I'm going to do that. I always say do the easy thing first. If this fails, we can always go to more complicated. He lives local. So I'm going to tell him that this, I can't really guarantee this won't break off again. And especially if it gets smacked, it's going to break off. There's no question. But I think it'll hold as it is cosmetically for a very, very long time if he's just careful with it. Anyway, that's the point I just wanted to bring up yesterday about the alignment pins. It sort of works, it just doesn't. I have done it gazillions of times on things that where you could normally use one and it just won't line up because it's, especially if they're already finished. You'll never get those finishes where you can't feel them. This here right now, you can't really feel it. It's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. One more comment about that was I should have put a V-block on this. Well, I didn't really have that problem. You know, it wasn't the sliding off of here problem that I was dealing with. It wasn't sliding off because I was using a soft rubber padded clamp, and that rubber pad kind of acted like the V-block for me. And the V-block would have just been yet one more thing to have to hold and align. I was already dealing with, you know, holding the block over here. I was dealing with the wedge and holding this piece in, trying to line it and trying to work a clamp. I was already had enough things to hold. So the V-block would have only added more complication to this particular situation. But anyway, I'm real happy with the way it turned out. I just wanted to explain those things to you. I'm not complaining or barking at anybody. I'm just in a hurry because I'm running late. Anyway, now I got, you know, one more thing I'm going to have to do is I still got creep and crud all over this thing. We're going to clean, this thing's going to have a bath by the time he gets it back. Anyway, so that's done. Let's quit jawing and let's get this pickguard finished. I'm going to move this off of the bench. In a recent shop talk, I shared a tip about using these as a scraper, which I've always done. I've always used them as scrapers. But for a change, I took my burnishing tool and I rounded this edge over. Now, I've already sharpened this one up really sharp, but I'm just going to take this burnishing tool now and kind of curl that edge just the least little bit toward that side. So now there's a hook on that blade a little bit. Now I'm going to try that on this plastic, and I think it's going to work really good. Yep, it does. It works great. That little hook really makes a difference. I mean, I've always used these as scrapers in the past and they've worked, but the hook makes it even more effective. It really works good. So I'm going to get this scraped off here. Well, there's the rough draft version of it. Little disappointed in that the inside white is a little too thick. Had it been a little thinner, not much, just a little bit thinner, it would have lined up a little bit better. It lined up pretty good. It just could have been a little bit better. Yeah. Well, compared to what he had, though, it's still nearly an Academy Award. It's not quite an Academy Award, but it's close. Now, to make it, you know, a little bit better, maybe make it a runner-up Academy Award, I'm going to go ahead and polish this real quick, and I think that'll clean it up and make it look so much better. I don't like to put chemicals on this, but I kind of think the semi-chrome will be okay. I might be wrong. It may be a mistake, but I've used it on plastic in the past and it's worked pretty well. So I'm going to just try it, and I'm just going to tear off a little piece of this. Don't need very much at all, as you can see. And I'm just going to put a little dab of the polish on here, and I think in this case I'm going to use a little bit of sandpaper. I got a little bit of 600 wet or dry, and I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit because I did scratch it a little bit here, scraping it and just trying to clean it up a little bit. You know, you can only do what you can do, but we can make it look better. You know, no matter how good you get it, you always want it just a little bit better. Might have to go to 1200 or something, but I actually think this will polish out, so I'm going to give it a try. If I have to go, I'll go. Oh, I guess I was out of frame on most of that. Sorry. Yeah, I was sanding it with 600 and I just had it out of frame, and yeah, I'm in a hurry. I'm always in a hurry. That looks pretty dang good to me compared to where we were. Except for that little tiny bit of misalignment, and there is a little bit, it doesn't look bad at all. And you know, from where you're sitting to here, you can't even see it. No, it looks pretty good. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. This piece here pulled out, and I'm going to try to put that back in. I don't know if those are the original pins or not. They may be. I'm just going to glue it with this because that's about all I got. I mean, I could do CA glue, I guess. That might work better. I don't know. But this type of glue usually melts the plastic and causes things to adhere. So I'm just going to do that. Keep poking that in there with a little glue on it, trying to get the glue to go down in the hole. The last thing I want to do is force it in a little bit more, and I'll just use the edge of my table to do that. So I'll just push in until it bottoms out, and that's as far as it's going to go. You know, I don't know. I would say that something has happened there on those pins. They may have been replaced or something. I don't know. Maybe not. But they're not equal. And that one's not going in any further. There's no chance of that. This one I don't think is pulled out, so I'm not going to mess with it. So anyway, one's in further than the other one. I think you can see that, you know, for a repair in terms of not having any plastic to fix that with, and just making my own binding, that didn't turn out too bad. When you're lining, you know, you got to line up 3 different pieces of plastic. So to me, you know, the odds are slim that you're going to get them all 3 lined up perfectly anyway. And then when you're measuring in thousands of inches, which we are, and see, sadly, up here at this end, it pretty much lines up. Down at this end, it doesn't. So, you know, it could have been a hair thinner up here too, and it would have helped. So if that inside plastic would have been a little bit thinner, it would have looked a little bit better. But we got what we got. Well, my friends, that's going to be a wrap for today's video, and we're going to put this on the mandolin after we do the fret job and all that, so I'm not going to put it back on yet. So you'll see that completed job hopefully down the road, maybe in a couple days. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, make a comment if you want. Thank you.